Great day, beautiful people. Welcome to your weekly energy report for the week of February 7th. My name is Michelle, and I'm excited to be back with you guys today. So the energy of the week is the High Priestess, you guys. The High Priestess talks to us about our own inner authority and our own intuition, okay? So this is very much about, well, what do I know, right? This is about connecting with ourselves before we bring the world into us, right? Turn down my little music in the back. So it's about checking in with ourselves first. And so we also got the Oracle card Soothe, which is letting me know that I was just feeling like nice, long inhales and exhales before our feet even touch the ground, right? Connecting with our breath, connecting with our creative power in our sacral chakra, connecting with our heart before we even touch the floor, before we pick up our phone, or even if you do pick up your phone, being like, you know what, I didn't even give gratitude today before I started my day. I didn't even check in with myself to see where I am, right? Seeing if our breaths are shallow immediately once we wake up, like are our minds already racing and pacing before we even pick up before we even brush our teeth, right? So connecting with ourselves, soothing ourselves right in the beginning of the day, so that when we step into the world, we step into it with our own authority, knowing the truth of who we are, and creating some space for joy, like also, gratitude, but then also saying what you can't wait to do today, like what are you most looking forward to today, and let that be some of the fuel that rises you up out of the bed instead of anxiety and hesitation and doubt, right? Let's start our days with some joy, some joyful anticipation, with some confidence and with some grace. Yes, yes, yes. So that is what the High Priestess is telling me today. And then she's also sitting on a stack of books. And so for me, right, and it looks like she almost has like a diploma or something in her hands. And so for me, that is the mind or the ego's way of knowing things, right? Is saying, hey, I looked this up, I read this book, and I know this, right? I can define what it means to you know what I mean? Whatever it might be, whatever your work is, whatever your field of authority is in, you can say, yeah, I know this because I read this. But the High Priestess also knows because she feels. She knows because she listens to her body. All right. And we were talking about caring for the earth and caring for our bodies a couple weeks ago. So she understands knowledge through definition and knowledge through feeling, right? So understanding that there are multiple ways to know things, that there are multiple ways of coming into knowing. And, I was actually thinking about this week. I'm in my cosmic sexuality class. I got like 1 week left and it's been really fulfilling. And I've also noticed that, there's some strategies and some practices about how to lead yourself and your partner into cosmic orgasm. And in some ways, I'm like, oh, yes, these steps are great. Like there's some practices and rituals that I'm like, yes, I will absolutely practice this and also teach about it in my own way. And there's something about, well, everybody doesn't have to come into knowing about energy through chakra systems. Like that doesn't have to be their pathway. That doesn't mean they can't come into understanding and full embodiment of having a stable energy in their body, right? But I don't think that people have to go through the understanding of chakras, right? There's so many ways to know things. And so don't discredit people because they're not doing spirituality the way that you do it. Don't discredit people because they don't do marketing or writing the way that you do it. And that's so great because we also got the Oracle card resourcefulness, right? Which is to call upon multiple modalities, which is to call on multiple resources of help, right? Sources of help. Your plumber, your mechanic, like, yeah, they might not have gone to an ashram, but that doesn't mean that they're not intuitive. It doesn't mean that they don't understand their bodies, right? There are dancers who can sort of speak to chakras in their own language, right? So we all have our own language because we go through different modalities and different fields of education. So don't discredit anybody, and be sure to, after you check in with yourself in the mornings and the risings, right? After you check in with yourself, and as you let the world in, let in other ways of doing and knowing and understanding, be a tool for you. Let it be a tool and a resource for you. We also have the Oracle card Coyote, which is saying revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. All right. So for me, this is about any obstacles that we might come into this week. Kind of relax a little bit. I'm even feeling like, girl, Michelle, sit back in the chair. Like, why are you trying to put all this strain on your, you was doing some leg workouts yesterday and your lower back is a little tired. Like, relax, right? Like, it doesn't have to be so hard. There's an Oracle deck that I have here, and I really, really loved it. And it said, obstacles, hold on, I think I did turn to it. Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them. Yes. You have all the answers you need within. This card may indicate an emotional tie that no longer serves you, right? Even the way that you think about a thing. Like I said, stop discrediting people just because they don't have the accolades or the diplomas that you have. There's ties to how you come into understanding and how you, receptivity, right? Like the way that you, anyway. Remember how you relate to the issue is the issue. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Remember that how you relate to the issue is the issue. Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them. So yes, and I love this with the high priestess is coming in to help us intuitively know something and to check in with ourselves first. Yeah, turning your gaze inward is the message of the week this week, guys, and to find your own power and to be assertive this week, okay? Be assertive when it comes to your intuitive knowing. When somebody tries to discredit you, sometimes you don't even have to vocalize that I actually, like, I know what you can just let them speak and be like, okay, right? But to your own self, you already know, because inner authority. Really, I'm not going to keep repeating it, guys. Any challenges that they might face this week? Okay. Justice and the Two of Cups. Duality. Yeah, it's like 10 of Cups. Seeing both sides. Coming into some real understanding. And I think I was talking about conflict resolution within our relationships, one of these weekly readings, a couple within the last week or so. Getting out of self-righteousness, your way isn't the only way. Listen this week, right? High priestess listens, right? She listens for divine wisdom above, and she goes to books when she wants to seek more understanding, right? So seek knowledge this week, right? And then as you breathe into what you're reading, right? You read something and you're like, ooh, resonance, right? There's going to be some resonance. And I believe something about the mind and the heart from last week, there was something really connecting, right? Mind and heart, Two of Cups. This justice, right? Balancing the scales between mind and heart, ego and spirit, light and dark, all of the dualities, right? Nine of Cups. And she's even in the namaste pose, right? And this pose in and of itself is really, really difficult. The tree pose, really difficult to bring the physical and the the mental, the physical, and the spiritual in together so that you can really find some true balance. And I'm feeling like these two sides, right? It's like his side, her side, and harmony, right? Let's come together, right? You have your arguments, I have my arguments, harmony. That cup, hold on, y'all. That cup, these two sides. You guys seeing what I'm seeing here? Hold on. Okay. His side, her side, love, right? Harmony, understanding. All right. So that's going to be our initiation this week is to lay yourself down, lay down your arguments and your truths and your facts, right? And see the other. And see the other. Yeah. Beautiful. Ten of Cups came out too, so I just want to show you guys that, right? That's that 10. And then we have the Nine of Cups and then the Ten of Cups. Two of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. I love that. Completion here. Like I said, mind and heart. Like I had all these arguments, but I love you and I only seek to understand you and I only seek to make this right. And as you do the conflict resolution, something really important that I got from the Gottman Institute, this Gottman Institute article, and let me know if you guys are interested in it. At the end of resolving the conflict, you have to say to each other, here's what I'm going to do so that we don't come into this shaky again, right? So I'll let you know when I'm having a hard day so that you know not to ask too much of me when I get home right in the morning, right? So I'm gonna text my love and say, I had such a hard day today. Like everyone was pulling at me and no one was giving me any grace. And like just letting them know what headspace you're about to enter the house with so that they can adjust, right? Because there were things that they were wanting to have done because there were things on their to-do list. They're like, man, you still didn't pick up the dry cleaning and the kids still need this done. And we said that we were going to plan this and it's still not done, right? Is just checking in with each other and promising to do that later on so that these explosions don't happen so often, right? So allowing the other person to see you, allowing yourself to dig into some softer emotions so that you guys can come and resolve, right? I love that. Oh, thank you, Spirit. I've never explained the Nine of Cups like that before. So I hope this was helpful, guys. I love you oh so much. So much peace to you guys this week. Remember, don't take life too seriously and remember to just check in with yourself before your feet even touch the ground and give some gratitude and insert some joyful anticipation into your day before you start it, okay? Love and light to you guys. I will see you on the next one. Peace.